Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, J2 and stuff. Today, guys, we're going to be doing something really kind of interesting and fun. We're going to be figuring out what is in the box. Now, this came to me, I guess, let me think. On Monday, it is now Wednesday. It's October 1st today, but this came to me on Monday. It was sitting outside waiting on me. And I'm going to be quite honest with you, I don't remember what I ordered. It's fairly decent size box, a little bit longer, not huge. I was thinking it must be some sort of action figure, but if I'm being very blunt and honest, I don't really remember ordering anything recently. So you guys are going to get to join in on finding out what is in the box. So, all right, guys, while I am cutting into this, do me a favor. If you haven't already, go to wherever you have to go to subscribe to the channel and click that subscribe button. It is the best way for you to support the channel. And while you're there, hit that notification bell so you'll never miss one of my great toy opening videos. And why do I say they're great? Because I'm always opening toys with you. All right, so here we go. We are in here. I know I didn't order plastic. Oh, I do remember ordering this now, but it was a long time ago. Feels like anyway. Check this out. Megatron Armor SKELETOR. And this is Masters of the Universe Transformers crossover. This is absolutely awesome. When I saw this, I knew I had to order this. Oh man, I really forgot about this. Infused with the strength and raw power of Megatron, leader of the Decepticons, the new armor donned by Skeletor is unyielding enough to harness both the power of Grayskull and all the Energon in the universe. Whoa. Replace Cannon Barrel to change into Havoc Staff. Swap Energon Mace into wrist. That is super, super cool. I am really excited about this now, guys. I really kind of forgot about this. So let's not talk about it anymore. Let's get Skeletor out of its package. Super, super fun. Now, I am not, and never was, when I was a kid, not the biggest Transformers fan, but I can tell you this. If you're telling me I can get a Skeletor crossover, I don't care if it's Transformers or Richie Rich or Jim and the holograms. I will absolutely take the chance to get a Skeletor crossover of some sort. All right, out of its package there. And check that out in the background. That's really kind of neat. Look at that figure, guys. That is really cool. You do get a little mini comic here. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and just kind of flip through this and I'll hold it open so you guys can pause it and read it if you'd like. And there you go, to be continued. So really neat. Our little instruction book here, or sheet, if you will. These are removable parts on the figure. So that's pretty cool. Put that right back there for right now. And look at the color of some of these figures, or some of these pieces. Absolutely love it. This Energon stuff is really, really a neat, kind of almost dark pinkish color. Definitely like a bendable plastic there. That's really cool. A little spiky end on the other end there. Almost a little version of his staff there. That's pretty cool. Then a giant gun barrel with what would be the top of Skeletor's staff kind of wrapped around it there. That is really, really cool looking. That kind of comes out there. I'm guessing this is where it said you could put this part in. We'll take a better look at it in a second, but it's weird. Look at that. It looks like it's got springs or something in there almost. But maybe I'm just seeing that wrong. Look at that. I guess it's not springs. It's just the way the plastic was molded made it appear as though it had springs. So really interesting. Let's go ahead and put that back in there like that for now. And let's get the man himself out of this package now. Even though it's inside of a nice safe box, they do still have some little rubber bands in here. So we're gonna dispatch of those pretty quickly here. We're gonna go ahead and get those a little cut. Maybe one more here. All right, I think that might be all of them. Look at those right there. And yeah, he is loose. So that is such a cool figure. Absolutely love it. Check that out. Very, very cool. Definitely shades of Megatron with that helmet. Almost a computerized Skeletor face. That's really cool. That Decepticon logo. That classic little loincloth from Skeletor. Those shoulder guards. Oh man, this is such a nice figure. Look at those real blocky things around his wrist there. And then silver feet. So really, really cool. Let's go ahead and give him a stand test. What do you say? Right out of the package, can we? There you go. Not too shabby. So that's a good thing. Now let's kind of take a look here on the back. Yeah, he's kind of got a little bit of a hold of this, it looks like. Interesting. So this, I think I understand it now, but now how do I get this? Okay, so that bent like that. Then this can go on top like this. Check that out. That is really, really cool. Now, this little thing that I thought was springs actually is something for him to grab onto, and look at that. That is awesome. Now, this guy does not open or close his mouth. He's kind of stuck just like that. But look at that. That is really, really cool. Then right away you could, let's see, this looks like it's got little holes right there. So yeah, you could hang his sword right there when he's not using it. That's really neat. And then this Energon kind of mace, if you will. You could put that in his other hand. And he is definitely geared up for battle. Look at that. What an awesome, awesome figure. Now, all these weapons are going to make him a little front heavy. So let's see if we can get him to stand up. Look at that, guys. That is really nice. Really, really nice. And now if you really want to, so if you see on here, this kind of shows that that will fire out of there, I suppose. But then it goes back underneath the bottom to create that staff. So very weird. I'm not sure that you would have an occasion where you would want to just have that one little piece where it was firing something, but okay. And then you can also take off an arm and then put that little energon thing in it. So let's try that. Let's see. Let's take that out of his hand. Let's pop a hand off there. Let's pop this energon. Looks like it just comes right out of here. Wild. That is really, really neat. And then check that out, guys. It does have a good bit of articulation. These little parts on the arm kind of are not allowing me to bend the elbow, really. So he's really just got like just the flex here on his shoulder. No real twisting this direction. His elbow just kind of spins, but check that out. That is really cool. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Absolutely awesome. And then you still have this little piece that I guess you could turn it around and use just that part as a weapon if you wanted to. But now let's figure out this thing. Now it shows that this can come out of there and go into here. I really don't understand. I guess that's just the way that it was shipped. Basically showing you that it was like this. Okay, so it does not fire out of there. It's just kind of giving you help for the way that it was kind of placed in there. That is such a cool staff. That is definitely an upgrade for him, 100%. But what a great figure, guys. I absolutely love it. Now, if it were up to me, I don't know that I would put the energon directly into his wrist socket. I don't really like the look of that all that much. So I would put his hand back in, put the energon back into this little staff or mace, if you will. And then I would have him just holding it as is, just like that. That would be the way that I would do that. Have him looking up. He is looking at He-Man or Optimus Prime coming in hot. Check that figure out, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like button. Whoa! Tell a friend and join me on my next great toy opening video. Bye, guys.